Good afternoon. This is the bi-weekly update video where I would like to share with you what I've been up to for the past 18 days, I guess, and really let you know a bit about how my research is going. So first of all, I would like to share with you the first update is that there has been a slight change in the departure date, and instead of leaving on August 15, I'll be leaving on August 21st. So the reason is that there has been a little bit of delay in the administrative process, which has unfortunately moved the departure date a week away. Luckily, it's not too long, but it's so at least now we know I have the flight tickets. Very exciting. And apart from that, I wanted to sort of like let you know a bit about how things have moved. And while before I was at the very observatory phase where I was really doing a lot of theoretical research and talking to people, as well as really picking up the phone and asking people questions about the obstacles and sort of challenges as they did similar research as I'm doing. I've really tried to move my work forward and really try to really essentially design my research framework. And I'd like to introduce you to the approach that I'm going to take with my research, which is called the human-centered design approach. And the human-centered design is a creative approach to problem solving, and it takes at the center of it the people. So as the name indicates, so the idea is that we want to bring in the people that we want to work for, with our clients, or the person that we want to develop the product for. They are the one that are at the center of the work, really. So as I'm thinking about building a product or something to increase people's access to sanitation, the idea is that the people that I'm going to serve are going to be at the core of my work. So the way the human-centered design approach is divided, there are three different phases, and the first phase is the inspiration phase. And as the name indicates, you can sort of like understand what it is about. It's about really understand from people what is the problem. I mean, we know that there is an issue around sanitation, that we are aware of that. We have facts that shows, we have statistics, we can see from our eyes that some things are not going well. But really understand what are the problems that affect them directly. And in order to really understand what affects people when it comes to sanitation, particularly as sanitation is a very sensitive topic, I'm really interested into, first of all, talking to NGOs, as I've already been doing, already working on the ground, because those are the people that have built relationship with the locals. Because by coming in the ground, it might be a bit difficult for me to really trying to identify myself to these people. They don't know me, it's quite uncomfortable. So really the idea is to reach out to NGOs and people that have done similar work, as well as local leaders. Really, those are the people that I can really build a relationship with, because they are the ones that know what the issues are. So they might actually help to really define me and explain me what are the different problems that are there. And I can really try to, using different methods, whether it's shadowing, interviewing, surveying, really also understand and using this kind of data. But so that's really what's the inspiration phase is about. And then the second phase will be the ideation phase. So the ideation phase is really when you're trying to make sense of what you've learned. So really trying to put together understanding, trying to micro test some ideas, and really trying to get feedback as well from them. So that's the prototyping phase as well, where you really you ask feedback, and you ask feedback to the people that you're looking to serve. So that their voice is always being heard, and you always get the input, and that way you really model something that is really appropriate for the terrain in which you're working. And then the last phase is logically the implementation phase, which, as its name says, it's really when you're building the model, the products, and that's where you really it's kind of like the sort of, I don't want to say final phase, but it's somehow the final phase. Of course, nothing is never perfect, so there might be changes to that, but this is kind of like where we really we essentially implement, and we really we put something out for the people, and again we want their input. We want the input of the people that we're serving. So what I really like about the human-centered design approach is that throughout these three phases, you are really working with the same almost the same set of actors, which are the people that you're serving, whether it's the local leaders, local communities. You really get their own input, and then and you really give them a sense of ownership as well, and a sense of empowerment, so that they become the creators of the solutions to the problems that affect them, which is really the crux of the Frontier Fellowship. It really is about giving a voice to those people that are essentially quite unheard. So that's very exciting, and I feel like this is the best approach to this kind of work. And I hope that I can bring you in when I'm in Cameroon, and I can really show you a bit more about what that looks like on the ground rather than in my living room. So thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking with you soon again. Thank you.